Kornelia Stephanie's show, Wake Up to Love, Your Call to Action. Join Kornelia as she empowers others to live heaven on earth. Kornelia teaches listeners how to be the authority over yourself, embracing your inner guru. Feel yourself uplifted into limitless expansion, integrating ease and grace in a changing world. This show will cover topics such as unconditional love, your physical body, how to be in extraordinary relationships, create financial and emotional wealth, embracing entrepreneurship in the new earth. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kornelia Stephanie Show. I am itching. I'm just itching to come on and talk to you today and introduce you to our beautiful guests that are going to inspire you today on Stories of Hope. My first guest, as you're going to see, she is in the car and she didn't get a chance. She didn't get to her destination in time for this interview. And then we just roll with life. And you're also going to see that there's probably kiddos in the back. It's a mom of 5. We'll tell you more about that here in just a minute. But I want to introduce you just with this short bio, and this is the direction we're going to go into in the story today. Because when we look at helping people, a lot of people want help with losing weight. People want help with making money, and people want help with transforming their lives. So if we can support people in those ways, then we can really, really help people shift the things that their pain points. And so my first guest today, Jessie Bouton, there's a whole story, she says, but what you'll be most interested to know is that she went from making $30K a year to making $30K in 30 days. She shares this exact step-by-step system that she used in a free training, and she has a link. And what allowed her to get those massive results so fast was having the right combination of a winning mindset and a winning strategy. It wasn't easy. She had to learn it. She had to choose it, but it was worth it. It's time for you to rise from your own limiting beliefs and past traumas, because God has something bigger, way bigger in store for you, where you step into a clear path of purpose and prosperity. You're always one decision away from a totally different life. And as Nelson Mandela said, may your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Welcome to the show today, Jessie.
Thank you so much. I'm so feeling blessed to be here, despite the fact that I am sitting 3 miles per hour in traffic.
Yeah. Isn't that something that, here you were scheduled for this interview today, and then we both got on early and we were like, no, we're just going to go ahead and roll with it. You're sitting in traffic. And then I said, I thought there was dogs in the back, but you actually have 3 kids in the back because you're on your way to where?
We're on our way to hockey. So I joke, but my business model allows me to work less than part-time hours. And one of the things that I love about that is because I can have the freedom to just disappear at any time that I need to for these 5 crazy kids. And so it's a Friday, the time that we are recording this, and we are, we're just gone for the next 4 days on a big hockey trip weekend.
So that's you and the kids, and your husband is in another direction doing something
Yes.
else with the other kids.
Yep. That's what happens when more than one plays hockey and they get to older, unfortunately. But
yeah, well, it looks like you guys are the hockey family.
We are.
And you know what I love about this so much, Jessie, is that the way that you're modeling to your children of how to live life in this modern day, in this new earth. I love that so much because, we were born and raised, because you talked about it in your bio, with the limiting beliefs that we have to slave away at a 40, 60, 80-hour a week job, and that we have to live our lives according to the way that society has programmed us to do it. And the way that you and your husband are modeling and setting up your lifestyle, and what you're also helping others do as a coach, is living your life in true freedom, not only the way that you want to live your life, but also location and financial freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. For us, it really all comes down to choice. We could make the choice to go and live the life that we wanted, or we could make the choice to settle for where we were at. And, I grew up with humble beginnings. My dad passed away when I was young, and my mom was a single mom. And so I watched her work really hard and pinch pennies and barely get by. And I'm very grateful for that life growing up. But I knew that I wanted more and that I could simply make a choice to go pursue whatever it was that I needed to change my future. And that's what we continue to try to do every single day. We certainly don't do it perfectly. And we make a lot of mistakes and failures, but I think honestly, those mistakes and failures have become our stepping stones to continue to grow and succeed and, erase all limits.
I love it. And again, it's such a beautiful role model for the children of the future, because those children, your children, are the future leaders on this planet, and they're going to see the parents make mistakes. They're going to see what the parents are doing, and they're going to grow up in a household where, instead of later on then having to change the limitations that were put upon them, they are seeing that, no, we're here, we rise to, we have our goals, and then we keep on, moving forward, and we keep on rising to the next challenges. And that's what you guys are doing, and I just love that so much. So I'm so glad that you're here and that you're inspiring our audience today with exactly that. I mean, and then we're, again, look at how you're living your life. Here you are in your car, sitting with your kids, stuck on the highway, and yet you can still do your business.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm pretty proud of my multitasking abilities when I need to do it. But I will tell you one of the things, like, despite that, I will tell you, number one, I could freak out and go, oh my gosh, I tried to get here an hour early so that I could be prepared for this. I'm like, I could freak out and be so nervous and apologize to you profusely. But instead, I'm just thanking you for your grace, right? And understanding. But said, like, our children get to see how we're reacting now, and hopefully, because the subconscious, right? Every they say your subconscious is programmed before 7 years old. I'm a mindset junkie, certified life and business growth coach, but also a mindset junkie. And I really do hope that our kids are seeing that, despite the things that we've had maybe stacked against us, right? I mean, we could be here for a very long time if I gave you some of the things that are going on in our life that could make us freak out and feel like we can't do these things. But it's because we choose to say, nope, there's got to be another way, right? Every time we see a roadblock, really, we call it an obstacle. It's our choice to say there's got to be an opportunity here as well to get around it or through it, etc. And that mindset shift has been what has made the difference for us. Um, and even for our children, my 10-year-old is my oldest little boy right now. And he comes naturally by a little bit of a temper sometimes, because that's what I have and that's what my husband has. But gosh darn it, he's able to, like, take a pause after that and say, okay, now what can I do about this, mom? And it's like the coolest thing, because I mean, I used to hold on to that anger for days, weeks, years. Let's just
Yeah.
be honest. I work very hard, still daily to, approach life and obstacles the way that we're talking about today. But my kids are just picking it up so much quicker. So I really wanted to point that out with what you're talking about, the children of our future. It's so true. And that's hopefully going to massively build some momentum and make a better world for our younger generations.
Yes, absolutely, because we have to make things right. The reason why we're in the state of the world that we're in today, and the reason why all of the things are going on, is because we've allowed it. We've allowed it all to, we've allowed ourselves to be programmed. We've allowed all of the things, and now we have to make it right. And it looks like you and your husband are doing that. And I love how you brought it back to, first of all, congratulations to your 10-year-old son by taking a pause and then going, well, how do I approach this now? What do I do about that? I love that. I mean, that's huge. That is so huge. Many adults could learn from that model. So can you believe that we've been talking for almost 15 minutes? It's hard to believe. But I wanted to talk to you about your program, how you help people with your 30-day program to make money. Because entrepreneurs, that's really what if you can help people make money, you've got a good program going. Tell us about it, and tell us where to find you, because we've just got 3 minutes left. All right, Jessie, can you hear me? Let's see. Are you did it zoom in? Did it zoom out? Is the inter Oh, there you are. You're back. Okay, Jessie, you are muted. So if you could unmute yourself.
I'm
There you
here.
go.
I think we had a blip in my Wi-Fi. You were asking me to share a little bit about my business model, right? I can give you the 30-second overview, and I think it will be really intriguing. Um, and I will tell you, as a multitasking mom of five, I'm all about doing less better. I would love to do it all, but plain and simple, I can't. No matter how hard I try, cannot do it. So I decided what was one program that I wanted to go all in on, and for at least 1 year, and figure out how to make that work to $1 million in part-time hours and then teach others to do the same. And so I'm a certified life and business growth coach to mom entrepreneurs or coaches, consultants, and course creators. And I teach them how to package their genius up into a high ticket signature program coaching offer that allows them to work in those part-time hours, stand out online and sell out. And do it in a way that gives people massive transformation. So it's really for the coaches that are out there really increasing people's pleasure points and decreasing pain points, obviously. But we give them a full 30-day launch plan to make, their first 1 to 3 to 5 clients. Sometimes we have clients that come in and make $100,000 in 4 weeks with it. I mean, those are not the typical results, but they do exist, and we're very, very proud of being able to help people do that. So it's really about doing less better.
Yeah, I love that. And give us the social media handles, and then we have to go to break, and then we'll be right back. Give us the social
Yes.
media.
So I'm Jessie Harris Bouton on Facebook and Instagram. And we also are known, my brand is the Millionaire Mompreneur Project.
Love it, Jessie. Have a wonderful weekend. Good luck on everything, and we'll talk to you again soon.
God
Audience,
bless.
we're going
Thank
to
you.
take a break, and we'll be right back. Hey, everyone. Come check out this new app I'm featured in. You're going to look for KS Media Group app in the App Store. Download it, launch and create your free account, get the free ebook. You're going to find me under directories. Click on resources of the world's best influencers. Find me at the top of the list and take advantage of evolving your daily practice, cultivating deep inner peace, growing in love with my YouTube channel, and all the ways that you can connect with me now on social media and other ways as well. There's also a long list of live podcasts there that are listed under the directories to help you to live your best life now. Go and hurry, get the KS Media app, go to the App Store and download it now. Welcome back, everyone, to the Kornelia Stephanie Show, Stories of Hope today. So I was so excited to introduce you all to my next guest, and guess what? The guest isn't here. And so this is the kind of stuff that happens every now and then, where when we think that things are going to unfold the way that they're scheduled, it just doesn't happen that way. Just like with our first guest, with Jessica, she was stuck in traffic and she hadn't gotten to her location yet. And so we did the interview in the car. And now I was waiting to introduce you to my next guest. And he something happened. So who knows what happened? But it's not for us to judge. It's just for us to, like Jacob, the producer, said, right, Jacob?
That's right.
You said the show must go on.
Absolutely.
So the show must go on. So we're just going to, endorse a few things, talk to you about some things that we're excited about, then remind you that we have the Shift podcast coming up next, and then we'll go from there. So first, I want to say that during the commercial break, Jacob, you played our commercial about the KS Media Group app, right?
Yep, that's correct.
So one of the things I love about our app community, first of all, if you are an entrepreneur and you're a solopreneur and you're doing good work in the world and you have been doing this work by yourself and you're looking for a community, then you must come on a call with me and talk to me, because being part of a community in the KS Media Group app is an opportunity for you as the solopreneur to become featured in our app as a leading world's best influencer, and at the same time be part of a mastermind community. So that's, we have a group that meets once a week, where in this group, in this mastermind, there is absolute trainings that happen with getting your offers on the table, getting your programs put out better, getting your speeches put out better, all the various ways. It's all part of that, while at the same time being featured in our app. And so far, we have 35 members, about 35 or 37 members in our community right now. And it's a heart centered community, and we absolutely love each other, and we are supporting each other to grow and expand our businesses, our market share, our influence. So, right now, if you're an entrepreneur, go to the App Store or go to the Play Store and check out KS Media, MEDIA Group app, download it, create your free account, and get your free ebook. And what that's going to do, it's going to give you opportunities to really take a look at all the content we have in there. We have articles, tips. We're going to be doing our own online summits through the app. It's just fabulous. All the different things, courses. It's got an online journal. And then for you, the listener that wants to engage with us in the universal question every week when we put out the universal question, which last week's question was, how do you say I love you in your language? So, like in German, which I'm a native born German, we say Ich liebe dich. And Jacob, how do you say I love you in your language? Yeah, and so there's many ways, many languages that are spoken within the community. And what how do you say I love you in your language? And so that's the universal question we put out, and then you can go to the journal function in the app and journal that part. And every week we roll out a new universal question so that the audience can stay engaged with us and grow in love and expand and on purpose and deliberate and create their best life. That's really what it is, while being part of a community of influencers, of people that are here to support them. So it's just fabulous. So go get the app, KS Media Group app, download it, create your free account. And if you are an entrepreneur and if you want to be a part of a thriving community, there's lead generation going on, there's lead referrals going on, all kinds of fabulous things. Be sure to reach out to me. So, and that you can find me at radio@korneliastephanie.com and message me, or message me on Facebook as well. So, what else do I want to talk about in this short time? How much time do I have, Jacob? See how time flies. So right now, after this show, we have another podcast, and that is called The Shift Podcast with Trish Campbell and Diane McClay. And both those fabulous entrepreneurs are also part of this mastermind group. They're also part in the KS Media Group app. And as a matter of fact, the whole back end, Trish and I are the ones that are getting that whole back end all set up. So Trish and I are doing that work together. So I have a vested interest in these two beautiful souls that are helping people change their lives all the time. And I know that you're going to love them too. The Shift podcast will help you shift your perspective. So I don't know what subject they're going to talk about today, but it's always enlightening. It's always fun to learn about what Trish and Diane are talking about. But I want to show you a book that Trish recently released. It's called Love Me. Okay. And this book is so very well written. It's poetry and prose, and it's Trish's poetry and also her own private journey of her Love Me movement. And so the book is Love Me. You can get it on Amazon. I wanted to, let's see if I can read something out of the book that would be inspiring us right now to go get the book on Amazon today. The way in which we judge others is the same way in which we judge ourselves. It really is a product of our conditioning to constantly seek out differences in one another and to not even think about the effects of those actions on the recipient. Why is it that we feel we have a carte blanche to form, much less voice, our opinions of others anyway? And why do we seek to compare ourselves constantly? We see what someone else is doing, some level of achievement, for example, and it can easily trigger an emotion inside of us, internally measuring our own achievements. So we judge rather than celebrate the other person. In our judgment of others, ultimately, we are judging ourselves. We are reflections of one another, after all. We are part of the same light. We are each different facets of one single light of divinity. The Love Me book on Amazon by Trish Campbell. Trish is an incredible artist. She's a graphic artist, she's a writer, she's an author, she is a Reiki practitioner. She has so many skills, it's ridiculous. She likes to cook. She's a good friend of mine, so I definitely encourage you to get this book. She also has a store. Maybe she'll say it on her show today where you can find her store, because I don't know that. But what you can do is you can find Trish in the KS Media Group app under the directories tab. And so I'm sure that her store is listed there, because her message is love me, love you, love us. Okay. And that's the movement. And so in her store, she has t shirts, she has hats, she has journals, and she has all the ways in which that we can say I love you to each other. So love me, love you, love us is the movement of the new earth, isn't it? And so it's just wonderful to be part of that. How much time do I have left, Jacob? How did I do? Good. Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, so it's wonderful to be able to show up in life, like no matter what happens, when you've done the inner work and you really know how to flow with things, that you're ready for whatever shows up, and that you can show up and be with what is without judgment. I don't know what happened to my guest, and I have no idea. I won't know until I hear back later. So I'm not going to add a bunch of stories into it. I hope that he is well and all is okay. And it was an honor and a pleasure to be with you today on the Stories of Hope. As always, I love doing this show. I love doing this podcast. I love working together in my community. And I'm sending you so much peace, love, and liberty. Stay tuned for the Shift podcast now with Trish Campbell and Diane McClay. And I'm going to see you at the 1 o'clock hour for 4 Stories of Hope. See you later. Ciao.
You've been listening to the Kornelia Stephanie Show, Wake Up to Love, your call to action. Tune in each week on Transformation Talk Radio. Kornelia's joy is to engage others in practical ways, showing us how to live in the new earth in harmony with our true nature. For more information on Kornelia and her extraordinary work, or to listen to past shows, go to her website at korneliastephanie.com.